Welcome students. Our today's subject is Mathematics Part 2 and we are going to start lesson number 3, that is circle. In today's section we are going to learn circles passing through 1 to 3 points. Secant and tangent. Tangent theorem. Converse of tangent theorem. Before going to the new concepts, we revise the basic concepts about circle. Now look at this figure. This is the circle. O is the center of the circle. OP is the radius of the circle. And AB is the diameter of the circle. CD is the chord of the circle. AB is the largest chord of the circle. So we revise again. Center O, radius OP, diameter AB, chord CD. After that, look at the second figure. Now, these two circles are congruent circles. Now, what are congruent circles? Just try to remind about congruent circles. Then, these two circles are concentric circles and these are intersecting circles. Now what are congruent circles? Congruent circles are the circles having same radius. Okay? The circles which have same radius are known as congruent circles. Then concentric circles, the circles having same center but different radius. Look at this figure. There are two circles. These two circles have same center but their radius is different. Inner circle and outer circle, these are the two circles and these are concentric circles. Then intersecting circles, the circles which intersect each other in two distinct points are known as intersecting circles. Now we are going to recall the properties of chord. For that, we are going to solve the given activity. Here, in this figure, segment DE is the chord, C is the center of the circle, CF is perpendicular to segment DE. The diameter of the circle is 20 centimeter. The length of the diameter is 20 centimeter. And the length of chord DE is 16 centimeter. We have to find the length of segment CF. Okay. Now, to solve this activity, we have to use the properties of chords. Now, we know that the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to the chord bisects the chord. You have studied this property in standard 8. The perpendicular drawn from the center to a chord bisects the chord. So, this CF is the perpendicular and it bisects chord DE, that is F is the midpoint of chord DE. And therefore, if the length DE is 16 centimeter, then the length DF is equal to 1 upon 2 into 16, that is 8 centimeter. So, now we have got the length DF, that is equal to 8 centimeter. Now again, the diameter of the circle is given as 20 centimeter. So since the diameter is 20 centimeter, we know that the radius is half of the diameter, and therefore radius is equal to half of 20, that is equal to 10 centimeter. Okay, radius is equal to 10 centimeter. And again, if we join this CD, we get the radius which has length 10 centimeter, DF has length 8, and this triangle CFD is the right angle triangle. Then we can use here Pythagoras theorem to find the length of CF. So you solve this activity in your notebook. Just which are the properties we have used here? The first property is this: the perpendicular drawn from center to a chord bisects the chord. The second property is the formula of the Pythagoras theorem, and the third property is radius is half of the diameter. Using these three properties, we can solve this example. Okay. Now the second activity. In the adjoining figure, segment QR is a chord of the circle with center O. P is the midpoint of the chord QR. If QR is equal to 24, OP is equal to 10, find the radius of the circle. Now look at this figure. O is the center of the circle, QR is the chord, and the length of QR is 24. OP is the OP is given as 10, and we have to find the radius, that is OQ. We have to find length of OQ. Okay. Now again, it is given that P is the midpoint of chord QR. So here P is the midpoint and O is the center. So the segment joining the center and midpoint of the chord is perpendicular to the chord. Okay. So here this angle is right angle. If we join OQ, we get radius, and we have to find the length of radius. The length of OP is 10. This is the right angle triangle, and therefore by using Pythagoras theorem, that is OQ square is equal to QP square plus OP square, using this formula we can find OQ, that is the radius of the circle. So which properties we have used here? The first property is the segment joining the center of a circle and the midpoint of its chord is perpendicular to the chord. This property we have used. And the second property is the Pythagoras theorem. Using these two properties, we can solve this example. So, you have to solve this example in your notebook. And after that, if you have any query, you can send it to your class teacher. Then the next activity, it is given in your textbook. In the adjoining figure, M is the center of the circle and segment AB is the diameter. Segment MS is perpendicular to chord AD. Segment MT is perpendicular to chord AC, and angle DAB is congruent to angle CAB, that is this angle is congruent to this angle. And we have to prove that chord AD, that is this chord AD, is congruent to chord AC. Now, for that, we have to prove these two triangles, that is triangle MSA and triangle MTA. These two triangles are congruent. हे आपल्याला प्रूव्ह करायला लागेल. आणि ते प्रूव्ह झाल्यानंतर then after that we can prove segment MS is congruent to segment MT. या दोन सेगमेंट्स एकमेकींना कॉन्ग्रंट आहेत हे आपल्याला सांगता येईल. आणि जर या दोन सेगमेंट्स कॉन्ग्रंट असतील तर मग आपण कॉर्डची थर्ड प्रॉपर्टी यूज करू शकतो, आणि ती प्रॉपर्टी अशी आहे: द कॉर्ड्स which are equidistant from the center of the circle are congruent. एकाच सर्कलच्या जर दोन कॉर्ड्स असतील आणि त्या सर्कलच्या सेंटर पासून इक्विडिस्टंट असतील तर त्या दोन कॉर्ड्स कॉन्ग्रुएंट असतात. ही प्रॉपर्टी ही सुद्धा तुम्ही 8वी मध्ये शिकलेला आहात, तर ती इथे आपल्याला वापरायची आहे. आणि त्या प्रॉपर्टीनुसार आपण कॉर्ड एडी आणि कॉर्ड एसी या कॉन्ग्रुएंट आहेत हे सांगू शकतो. सो नाउ वी सॉल्व दिस ऍक्टिव्हिटी. Here the angle MAS is congruent to angle TAM. Then segment AM is congruent to segment AM. This is common in these two triangles. So it is congruent with itself. And angle SMA is congruent to angle TMA. Okay, so these two triangles are congruent by angle side angle test, that is ASA test. So right here in the right angle triangle ASM and triangle ATM, angle SAM is congruent to angle MAT given side AM is congruent to side AM, common side. Angle SMA is congruent to angle TMA, remaining angle of a triangle, and therefore triangle ASM is congruent to triangle ATM by ASA test. Therefore, side MS, that is this side, is congruent to side MT, reason CSCT, corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Therefore, chord AD is congruent to chord AC. Reason, the chords which are equidistant from the center are equal in length. Okay. Then next, the circles passing through 1, 2 or 3 points. Here is the figure. See here, point A lies in the plane. All the three circles with centers P, Q, R pass through point A. Now, how many more such a circles may pass through point A? या A या point मधून आणखीन किती circles pass होऊ शकतात? And the answer is innumerable circle. That is, we can say that infinite number of circles can pass through a single point. जर आपल्याला एकच पॉइंट दिलेला असेल प्लेन मध्ये, तर त्या पॉइंट मधून जाणारी इनफायनाइट सर्कल्स असतात. ही प्रॉपर्टी व्यवस्थित लक्षात ठेवा. Then next activity is given in your textbook. The steps of the activity are as follows. You have to do this activity by using all these steps. Number 1, draw segment AB. You have to draw segment AB of any length in your notebook. Then draw perpendicular bisector L of the segment AB. This is the perpendicular bisector L of the segment AB. You have to draw this bisector using construction. You know this construction. We have learned it in the 4th chapter. So using construction, draw this perpendicular bisector and name it as line L. Then take point P on the line L. Here is the point P which we have taken on this line L. And take P as the center and PA as the radius. You have to draw a circle. P हे सेंटर घ्या, PA एवढी लेंथ कंपास मध्ये घ्या, म्हणजे ती रेडियस घ्या आणि P वरती कंपास ठेवून सर्कल ड्रॉ करा. आता तुम्ही जे सर्कल ड्रॉ करणार आहात ते बरोबर A आणि B या दोन पॉइंट मधून पास होतं. आलं लक्षात? नंतर ह्याच्यावरती कुठंही दुसरा पॉइंट Q घ्या. Q हा पॉइंट घ्या, वरती घ्या, खालती घ्या, कुठंही घ्या हा पॉइंट. आणि पुन्हा AQ ही रेडियस घ्या आणि आणखीन एक सर्कल ड्रॉ करा. ते सर्कल सुद्धा ए आणि बी या दोन पॉइंट मधून पास होतं आणि त्या सर्कलचं सेंटर असेल क्यू. पहिल्या सर्कलचं सेंटर असेल पी. तुम्ही आणखीन एखादा पॉइंट आर या सेगमेंट वरती, या परपेंडिक्युलर बायसेक्टर वरती घेऊ शकता. पुन्हा आर हे सेंटर घेऊन आणि आर ए ही रेडियस घेऊन तुम्ही थर्ड सर्कल ड्रॉ करू शकता. ते सर्कल सुद्धा ए आणि बी या दोन पॉइंट मधून जातं. ही ऍक्टिव्हिटी तुम्ही सगळ्यांनी जरूर तुमच्या वहीमध्ये करायची आहे. त्याशिवाय तुम्हाला ती व्यवस्थित समजणार नाही. म्हणजे जर अशा पद्धतीने आपण या परपेंडिक्युलर बायसेक्टर वरती जर इनन्यूमरेबल पॉइंट्स घेतले तर there are innumerable circles which pass through these two given points A and B. This is our conclusion. So we can say that infinite circles pass through two distinct points. Okay. Now next activity. Take any three non-collinear points. What should be done to draw a circle passing through all these points? Draw a circle passing through these points. Is it possible to draw one more circle passing through these 3 points? Think of it. This is the next activity given in your textbook. So, think about this activity. How can we draw a circle passing through 3 non-collinear points? Now, we are going to see the solution. Now, this is the figure which is given in your textbook. Here are 3 points A, B and C. These 3 points should be non-collinear. ते एक रेषीय नसतील पॉइंट्स असे आपल्याला घ्यायचे आहेत. Now we can draw a triangle using these 3 non-collinear points. ते 3 पॉइंट जर आपण एकमेकांना जोडले तर आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी ट्रायंगल तयार झालेला दिसतो. आता आपल्याला या 3 नॉन कोलिनियर पॉइंट्स मधून पास होणारं सर्कल काढायचं आहे. म्हणजे तुम्ही आता कोणतं कन्स्ट्रक्शन करणार थोडासा विचार करा. जर तुम्ही विचार केला असेल आणि कदाचित तो बरोबर असेल तर तुमचं उत्तर असेल की आपल्याला या ट्रायंगलचं सर्कम सर्कल ड्रॉ करायचं आहे आणि ते सर्कम सर्कल म्हणजेच त्या 3 नॉन कोलिनियर पॉइंट्स मधून जाणारं सर्कल असेल. ठीक आहे, हे झालं आपलं आन्सर. आता सर्कम सर्कल ड्रॉ कसं करायचं तुम्ही हे शिकलेलं आहात. 9वी मध्ये सर्कम सर्कल ड्रॉ करण्याचं कन्स्ट्रक्शन झालेलं आहे. जर तुमच्या लक्षात नसेल तर तुम्ही तुमचं 9वीचं टेक्स्टबुक काढून बघा, त्यामध्ये हे कन्स्ट्रक्शन दिलंय. कसं काढतो आपण सर्कम सर्कल? तर या 3 ट्रायंगल्सच्या ज्या 3 साइड्स आहेत त्या 3 पैकी कोणत्याही 2 साइडचे परपेंडिक्युलर बायसेक्टर्स ड्रॉ करा using construction. Using construction, you have to draw the perpendicular bisectors. आता ते 2 perpendicular bisectors त्या ट्रायंगलच्या ज्या 2 पॉइंट मध्ये एकमेकांना इंटरसेक्ट होतात तो पॉइंट म्हणजे सेंटर. आणि ते सेंटर आणि ट्रायंगलचा कोणताही एक व्हर्टेक्स एवढी लेंथ तुमच्या कंपास मध्ये घ्यायची आणि सर्कम सर्कल ड्रॉ करायचं. आलं लक्षात? आता अशा प्रकारे किती सर्कम सर्कल्स आपण ड्रॉ करू शकतो? तर याचा आन्सर आहे ओन्ली 1. एका ट्रायंगलचं एकच सर्कम सर्कल आपण ड्रॉ करू शकतो. अँड देअरफॉर देअर इज ओन्ली 1 सर्कल which can pass through the 3 non-collinear points. This is our conclusion from this activity. What is the conclusion? There is a unique circle passing through 3 non-collinear points. Okay? सगळ्यांना हे कन्स्ट्रक्शन आपल्या वहीमध्ये करायचं आहे. या सगळ्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीज महत्त्वाच्या आहेत आणि ही सगळी कन्क्लुजन्स आपल्याला यूज करायची आहेत. बोर्ड एक्झाम मध्ये सुद्धा यापैकी एखादी ऍक्टिव्हिटी तुम्हाला विचारली जाऊ शकते. नेक्स्ट ऍक्टिव्हिटी. Take 3 collinear points D, E, F. Try to draw a circle passing through these points. If you are not able to draw a circle, think of the reason. आता आपल्याला असं सांगितले की 3 कोलिनियर पॉइंट्स घ्या आणि त्या तीनही कोलिनियर पॉइंट्स मधून जाणारं सर्कल ड्रॉ करा. नाउ दिस पॉइंट्स आर कोलिनियर, म्हणजेच ते एका रेषेवर आहेत, एक रेषीय पॉइंट्स आहेत. मग तीनही पॉइंट मधून तुम्हाला सर्कल ड्रॉ करता येईल का? The answer is no. We cannot draw a circle passing through 3 co-linear points. म्हणजे जर तुम्ही हे 3 पॉइंट्स घेतले एका रेषेवर, तर त्यातल्या कोणत्याही 2 पॉइंट्स मधून जाणारं सर्कल तुम्ही ड्रॉ करू शकता. पण असं सर्कल आपण ड्रॉ करू शकत नाही की जे सर्कल डी, ई आणि एफ या तीनही पॉइंट मधून पास होईल. सो द आन्सर इज no circle can pass through 3 collinear points. Okay. Secant and tangent. Now see, there is a circle with center A and L is the line. In this figure, not a single point is common in line L and circle with center L. Now in this figure, the line M touches the circle in point P. So point P is common to both line M and circle with center B, and therefore line M is called as the tangent of the circle and point P is called as the point of contact. And in this figure, the 2 points Q and R are common to both the circle and the line, and therefore line N is the secant of the given circle because it intersects the circle in 2 points. Here this is the tangent line and here this is the secant. Now next, tangent theorem. The statement of the theorem is a tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact. Now there is an indirect proof of this theorem. This is the figure. Given line L is a tangent to the circle with center O at the point of contact A. This is the circle with center O, L is the tangent line and A is the point of contact. To prove line L is perpendicular to the radius OA, we are using here the indirect proof method. Proof is, assume that line L is not perpendicular to segment OA. Suppose segment OB is drawn perpendicular to line L. Of course, B is not same as A. Now take a point C on line L such that A dash B dash C and BA is equal to BC. Now in triangle OBC and triangle OBA, segment BC is congruent to segment BA. Construction. Here the figure regarding to this construction. Therefore, angle OBC is congruent to angle OBA, each right angle. Segment OB is congruent to segment OB. Triangle OBC is congruent to triangle OBA by SAS test. Therefore, OC is equal to OA. But segment OA is the radius, so OC must also be a radius. And therefore C also lies on the circle. That means line L intersects the circle in two distinct points A and C. But line L is the tangent given and therefore it intersects the circle in only one point, and our assumption that line L is not perpendicular to radius OA is wrong, and therefore line L is perpendicular to radius OA. You have to write this proof in your notebook. Now the converse of tangent theorem. The statement is a line perpendicular to a radius at its point on the circle is a tangent to the circle. Given M is the center of the circle, segment MN is a radius, line L is perpendicular to segment MN at N. Here M is the center, MN is the radius, L is perpendicular to MN at point N. To prove line L is a tangent to the circle. Now prove, take any point P other than N on the line L and draw segment MP. Now in triangle MNP, angle N is the right angle. Segment MP is the hypotenuse and therefore MP is greater than MN. Since it is the hypotenuse, it is the greatest side. As segment MN is radius, point P can't be on the circle and therefore no other point except point N of line L is on the circle and therefore line L intersects the circle in only one point N and therefore L is a tangent to the circle. This is the proof. Now homework. Write this homework in your notebook. Thank you.